Hello everyone. This video is a guidance for assignment 3. In this assignment, we will practice the concept of positioning and responsive design in web development. Responsive design in web development refers to the practice of creating web pages that adapt and respond to the user's device and screen size. The goal of responsive design is to ensure that websites look good and are functional across a wide range of devices from desktop computers to smartphones and tablets. Okay, in another video, I explained what I expect you to implement. So I created a new folder and copied three images into that folder and opened the folder as the working folder of my Visual Studio Code. In this assignment, actually, you need to create only one HTML page. So I create my first HTML page, named it index.html. And then I type the template. As you know, to use responsive design, we need to add this meta tag in the head section. In this assignment, we have two main regions, a menu region and the main content region. So I use an AV tag to create the menu region and main tag to create the main content region. Inside the NAV tag, I define a list of some items. As you know, for implementing menus, the best practice is implementing it as a list of hyperlinks. So inside each of these li tags, we need to define the items of an item of our menu. The first item of a menu actually is our own picture. So I use img tag, and in the src attribute, I specify the picture that I want to show, and also I add alt attribute to define a description for the picture. Let's preview the page. Okay, so far we have this. And in the second item, I put a link, href. For now, I just add a hashtag. I will adjust the target of the link later. The first item should be bio. Let me copy and paste this line two more times. The second item should be hobbies. And the last one should be contact me. Okay. Now we have created our menu. Since this picture is supposed to be a special picture, I'm going to add an ID for this element because we want to define a special style for that picture later in our style sheet. I say my pick. You know, you can choose whatever you want for your ID, but we try to use meaningful statements. Okay. For now, we are good with the menu. Let's start with the main section. At the beginning, I want to show a welcome message. Welcome to my website. And later, I want to define these three regions. So I use h1 tag to define the header of each section. We can use h1 or h2 tag. I use h1 tag here. h1 hobbies and h1 contact me. So we have defined the three regions. Later we need to add some content for each region. But since we want when users click on these options, the page scroll to the corresponding region, we need to add an ID for each one of these header tags. ID OP bio, and for this one ID OP hobbies and ID OP contact. Now we need to copy these IDs to their corresponding href attribute. The first one must go to OP bio. The second one must go to OP hobbies. And the last one should go to OP contact. As you see in the href, when we want to point to some place inside the same page, we need to start the address with a hashtag and then put the ID of the target. Okay, let's fill some content in each of these sections to save some time. I have provided some text and HTML tags. And now look at this. We have these three regions. FC 24. Okay. That's it. Let's add a class for each of these pictures. Class pick up, and for this one, class pick up. You know that if you want to define a style for a group of some elements, you need to define a class. But if you want to define a style for a specific element, you need to define an ID for that specific element. And as you know here, to specify each of these tags, I used figure element because I want to show a picture and a caption for the picture. And then style the package. Okay, now it's time to style our page. The point is we are asked to make our web page responsive for two scenarios. First, when the screen width is less than 450 pixels, and second, when the screen size is greater than 450 pixels. To make a page responsive, actually we have some options. One of the options is define separate style sheet for each scenario. Let's call one of the scenarios PC CSS, and the second scenario mobile CSS. And then add a media tag to each of these link tags. By using media tag, we can specify a condition which, if the condition evaluates to true, this style sheet will be linked to our web page. Otherwise, it will be ignored. We want to apply this style sheet on the page when the screen width is bigger than 450 pixels. So, in another word, min width of the screen is 451 pixels. And also we want to apply this one, mobile.css style sheet on the page when the condition is max width equals 450 pixels. Okay, now let's define our specific rules. For example, body for each scenario, background color, gray, font, family, say this one, font size, say 20 pixels. And also, for example, we want to set the width of my logo, my picture to 200 pixels. That's it. Now you see when the screen size is bigger than 450 pixels, this style sheet is linked to the page, but when the width of the screen is less than 450 pixels, the second one, which is empty, is linked to the page. Let's define some rule for the sustain. Background color, gray, font family, this one, font size, let's say 30 pixels, that is for mobile phone. And let's say in this condition, we want to hide the picture. So my pic, display, none. Okay, that's it. So when the screen size is greater than 450 pixels, the first one, PC.css, is linked to the page. When the second one, when the screen size is less than 450 pixels, the mobile.css file is linked to the page. But as you see, sometimes we repeat ourselves in both files. So this approach is not very efficient. Another approach is to create a style sheet containing the common rules. And link it without any condition, like this. And put the common rules here. The common rules are this one in this case, like background color and font family. And then remove the common rules from the specific style sheets. That's it. So, no, sorry. Background color, the first two are common rules. Now, for example, if you want to change the background color to something else, we go here and say, for example, I want to change the background color to this one. And in both scenarios, we have this common rule. So when we want to change these common rules, we just need to modify one file. The third approach, which I like it more than these two approaches, is that write only one style sheet or link your style sheet without any conditions, like this. And so let's delete these two style sheets. Okay, so I deleted the extra CSS file. Now, inside the common CSS file, which now it's our main CSS file actually, let's rename it main, and let me fix the name here. The main CSS file, we define common rules first, and then we define specific region by putting a media query by typing unsigned media and defining a region for a specific condition. And the specific condition here is min width equals 451 pixel. And another region for situation for the condition that max width is 450 pixel. Now here, for example, this is for mobile, we can define our specific rules. Font size 30 pixel. See? And here, body font size 20 pixel. As you see, we have first this body rule is applied on the body, and then based on the conditions, based on the trueness of the conditions, one of these body rule will be added to this one, to the existing one. Okay? And for example, in the mobile state, we need to hide the picture. So we say display none. When the width is less than 450 pixel, you don't see the picture. Actually, instead of hiding the picture, we should hide the li tag. So I'm going to add an ID for this li tag, mobile pic, and here say that mobile pic should be hidden like this one. That's great. Now, let's see what else we need to do. Okay, our menu should be on the left side and sticky. In normal screen scenario. So we go here and say for this one, which is our normal screen, for this one, which is our normal screen, actually I want to set our picture size to the width of our picture size to 100% of its container. And here its container is the li tag. And li is a block element. That means it consumes all the bits of its parent. Its parent is ul tag, and ul tag is another block element, and it consumes all the bits of its parent, which is nav tag. So here, because we want to have a left side menu, we say the nav tag, the width of it, should be something like 100 pixels. As you see, we reduced the size of the picture. Let's change the background color. Background color, gray. So we see that the content is bigger than that, so we change it to 150 pixels. Okay, we want to fix the menu to the left side, so we change the position to fixed, and now the element will be at the fixed position relative to the viewport, the window that we see in our browser. So position is fixed, top should be 0 pixel. As you see, it is stuck to the top, and height should be the height of our viewport. So we say 100% of viewport height, and if left should be 0 pixel. Now we fix the position of our menu. It's time to style our menu options. So here we say, first of all, for ul tag inside nav, we don't want list style. Padding should be 0 pixels, so there's no gap between ul and its content. That's great. For a tag inside nav tag, let's say we don't want text decoration. We get rid of the underlines, and we change the display to block, so we can specify width and height for them. I say background color light gray. Now we should have some space between these items, so I say nav li tag inside nav tag should have some padding. Let's say 5 pixels. It's too much. Let's reduce it to 2 pixels. It's better. Okay, and I increase the line height of our options to 100 pixels. So the text will be in the middle of line. And also I'm going to say border radius 5 pixels to run the border of options. Also say text align center to center the caption of buttons. And we say a tag when the mouse is hovering over them should have different background color. Background color, say dark Right. Now it's time to adjust the main content, main section. As you see, when we fix the position of an element, the element is taking out from the normal flow. So the other stuff goes underneath of it. Now to fix this problem, I go here for the main tag and I say margin left equal 100 pixels. So the content, the main content still is underneath of the menu. How should be the value of this left margin? Actually, it depends on the width of our menu. The width of our menu is, let's see, how much is it? The width of our menu is 150 pixels. So we should say left margin equal 151 pixels. Now, as we see, when the menu ends, the content of the main body is shown. That's great. Okay, we fixed it. Now it's time to fix the pictures. Let's see, in the HTML code, actually the pictures are inside figure element. Here we can say our figures should follow the following rule. Background color, say black. Okay. And let's add some padding. For example, 10 pixel. Yes. Now let's fix the image size. For example, dot pickup, because it's a class, width equals 100% of its parent. That's it. And the caption color, say white, width white, and text align center. And we can say font size smaller. Looks cool. Yeah. Bio, hobbies, and contact me. Now let's work on the mobile section, which is this one. In this section, instead of again, we need to get rid of the list slide. So I move this part to the common area. Also, I move the A tags part to the common area because both should be the same, like this. And also the hovering effect. I move the hovering effect to the common area. And for LI tag, again, I move it to the common area. So we have something like this. But this time, the NAV tag should remain fixed on top of the page. So here, I define NAV display, again, fixed, position fixed, top 0 pixel, left 0 pixel, and right 0 pixel. So this always remains on top. There's some gap here, so it's the gap caused by the UL tag. I set its margin to 0 pixel and the gap is gone. Now we need to set the background color of the menu region. So I add in a V rule here and move the background color property from the special rule to the common rule area like this. Okay, now we see that the content of the main section goes underneath of this page because again NAV is a positioned element and it's not considered as part of the normal flow. So we should say the main part must have, for example, 200 pixel margin from the top. Now we see the main section starts from here. We need to adjust the value such that the content starts from underneath of the menu. So I change it to 220. Now it looks good. But there is another problem. When I click on bio, stuff goes underneath of the menu. Now hobby starts from here, which is underneath of the menu. To solve this problem, you need to add a special rule called colon target. You haven't learned it, just add it. Scroll margin top equals 320 pixels. This means the target should be start 320 pixels from the top of the menu. And you may want to add more rules to fix other adjustments. For example, figure tag in the mobile status doesn't have any margin like this. Also, the picture, which should be 100 pixel, 100% of its parent. So I move this to the public section. And you may move the fig caption again to the public area like this. Good. And that's it. Good luck.